Many years ago, a freak bacterial mutation created a pathogenic strain that was lethal and resistant to all known medicine.
A lost civilization.
This lifeless grey rock just got a whole lot more interesting.
I do not think you have brought us to the right place for a holiday. There is nothing here but stones and sand. It is a desert world.
Yes, no sign of life. And you know what that means, don't you?
No? What does that mean?
It means nothing would disturb our peace and quiet.
You spent 1,000 years waiting for a single alien visitor, and then two come along at once.
The vapor trail of a spaceship.
It looks like somebody else has come here for a holiday.
The door! It's closing!
Don't panic. There must be some way to open it again.
Why make a door that can only be opened from the outside?
Because, Leela, that door wasn't designed to keep visitors out. It was designed to keep something in.
Hi everyone, TardisGuy123 here, and today I'm finally going to be returning to my reviews of the 4th Doctor Adventures. So I cut off halfway through Series 3 of the 4th Doctor Adventures to review the 5th Doctor box set, which I recently got, just to, break it up a bit with my audio reviews. And now we are at last returning to the 4th Doctor Adventures. It's been a long time, it feels like. It probably hasn't been that long, really, but it feels like a long time since I reviewed the evil one, which was the 4th release. Now we move on to the 5th release, and that is Last of the Colophon. Now, writer Jonathan Morris is one who's written quite a few of the Big Finish stories I've listened to so far, and I think he's a very good writer. And he said he was going to try to write like Robert Holmes with this story, and you could definitely feel a bit of that coming across. And that's a positive for this story. It doesn't feel like it was written by Robert Holmes as such, but it definitely feels like it does definitely have a lot of Robert Holmesian qualities to it. Now, like all the other 4th Doctor Adventures, it's only 2 parts, so it's quite short, like the new series, and some of them do suffer from the problem that they are too short. Does this one? No, I don't think so at all, really. I think, and there are some parts that I would like expanded on, but they don't feel like they necessarily needed to be expanded on. Really, it's very good, and there's a very good plot twist with Morax, who's the guy you can see on the cover with the bandages. There's some good stuff going on with him in there, and he is played by Gareth Thomas, I think it was him. I may be wrong there, but he also played Blake in Blake 7. If the guy who played Morax plays Blake in Blake 7, and I think it's Gareth Thomas. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it is. So you got this kind of thing going on there, and he does a very good job as Morax. I think he is great in this. Tom Baker and Leela are very good. You get a nice admittance that Leela would like to return home. It's very subtle, and I actually missed it the first time I listened to it, so I went back and listened to it again and heard it that time. It's very subtle, but very nicely done. It's not kind of like forced or anything like that. It's just very, very well done. And it is very good, and it's got a bit of a Nigel Neal thing. If you don't know who he is, he wrote the Quatermass stories, and not this is down to earth like Quatermass, but it's kind of like got something that Nigel Neal used in a couple of his pieces of work, and that's kind of like a false ending. Usually kind of like 3/4 of the way through or so, where you think it's all over, then suddenly it isn't, and it all goes down after that, and it gets really exciting and whatnot. And this has a bit of that in it, because at one point I was just like, is this really the end? But it wasn't, and it gives a far more satisfying ending that way, I think. So that's really positive. I really do enjoy the story. I think it's got a bit of Tomb of the Cybermen feel to it as well. It's just I'm just quoting loads of different Doctor Who sci-fi stuff now at the moment, but it has got that kind of feel to it in the first episode, not so much the second at all. And I think that bit's fairly good. It's also, oh gosh, I keep going on about the similarities with other stories. There's also got a bit going on with the original version of the Brain of Morbius, not the later version. It's got a bit going on with that. The robot nurse. I don't know really, because if you know about and the robot nurse is the one you can see on the cover. If you know about the Brain of Morbius, the story behind it, how Solon, who was the mad scientist played by an actor who I've forgotten the name of, Philip Maddock, that's it. He was originally not supposed to be playing that role. No, sorry, I've completely gone off track there. That role was originally supposed to be a robot, sorry, not a human, but Robert Holmes changed it to be a human, and Terrence Dicks wasn't very happy about that, so he took his name off the project. And yeah, it almost balances that out by having a human robot here. No, human robot? Robot here. I don't know what's wrong with me today. So yeah, it's also got good stuff for Leela. As I mentioned earlier, her admittance that she misses her home. But it's also got some other good stuff for her as well, and kind of like these hunting scenes, which I can't really go too in depth that much. But you know, you see her using her hunter's intelligence, and she is a very intelligent character. She may be a savage, but she is very intelligent, and I think people often mistake intelligence and knowledge as the same thing when they're not. And you know, and in this proves that Leela is very, very intelligent. So it's a good story from that point of view. The human crew in this, unfortunately, there aren't enough of them. I think there should have been more, but then maybe that would have made the episode feel too rushed. But I think there should have been one or two more at least, just to give it a bit more growth or something, and obviously more characters to kill off. But yeah, anyway, you know, I just wish you had something like that, because the crew was the one thing that left me slightly cold. Sutton was probably the best one. Chief Surveyor Sutton, who every time I hear the name I can't help but think Sarah Sutton, who played Nissa. But yeah, Chief Surveyor Sutton was the best one. I can't remember the other two that much. The pilot wasn't that good, I think. He didn't get enough time to make an impression on me. He was too kind of like stuck in the ship too much, unfortunately. And the chief surveyor, the commander, didn't really make that much of an impression either. And I won't go into the crew anymore because that'll spoil it too much, I think. So yeah, overall, you probably got this from this. I really do like this story. I think it's an amazing story and the best in the series since the King of Sontar so far. So that's very good. So next week it's Destroy the Infinite, which may change that. I'm not going to give my hand too soon, but yeah, anyway. Last of Colophon, 9 out of 10. Very enjoyable story to listen to. Very Robert Holmesian, yeah. He's kind of like got that feel about it as if he almost wrote it. And yeah, so thanks for watching, everyone. Well, yeah, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, everyone.